Hello, beautiful people, my professional colleagues, viewers all over the world. How are you doing today? It's been a while. Yeah, I promised to be uploading videos, but it's been so busy here. Okay, so at my free time, I will always bring up one or two topics. So today we are going to be discussing accommodation in Ireland, and I'm sure it's something you want to know. But before I talk about that, please, I want you to please kindly go and subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's not sleepness, and then subscribe. Click on subscribe button. These are some of the videos that I've made. I'm sure that you will find them helpful for you to locate to Republic of Ireland to practice as a nurse. Okay, say shout out to all my subscribers, the ones that have subscribed so far, the ones that are following me. I appreciate you all. Okay, thank you so much for your support, because I wouldn't be where I am today without your support. Okay, so guys, we are going to be discussing accommodation in Ireland. So many messages, so many calls asking me, goodness, how much should I come into the country with? And I know that some people in their various countries that want to come will also be pondering on that, will be thinking, how much should I have in my pockets before coming to or relocating to Republic of Ireland? At the moment, Ireland, I would say, Dublin is experiencing accommodation issue. Okay, but that doesn't mean that you won't get accommodation when you come. Let me start by telling you guys, the professional colleagues, I mean nurses that want to come to Republic of Ireland, that some employers do offer, some employers do offer 2 months accommodation to their employees, international nurses coming over to work with employer. Sometimes they're in the contract, so it's important you read your contract later. It will be stated there that okay, they're going to be paying for your 2 months accommodation, or they'll be paying for 1 month accommodation for you, or they will be accommodating you for 1 or 2 months, and thereafter you now go on with your own search. So I will be talking about accommodation in Dublin versus other counties in Republic of Ireland, and I'll also be telling you where you can search for those, how you can search for it, and where you can search for accommodation, and how the process that is expected of you to undergo before you be able to get accommodation, the amount, the deposit, and then viewing, and also transport, how to transport yourself from where you will be living to your employer, okay, to where you'll be working. So I hope that will be helpful, guys. So starting with accommodation in Dublin. Let me take a deep breath. Yes, why did I do that? Because some people do say that it's quite expensive. Yeah, it's not that very affordable, and that is common with almost every other country. Okay, when you come to the capital city of the country, it's not always easy to pay for accommodation. So accommodation in Republic of Ireland, it depends on what you want to opt in for. Okay, we have shared accommodation, and then we have apartments that you can rent for yourself in suits. So it depends on what you want. So if you are the type that can cope, you like living with people, you don't have problem with that, you might want to start with shared accommodation. And shared accommodation means that you are going to be living with some people in a house or in an apartment, like a 3-bedroom apartment. Maybe the owner will want to sublet one of the room for you. Okay, so if you want to come in and live in such accommodation, I would advise that you should budget around 700 800 if you are going to be working in Dublin. Okay, around 700 euro or 800 euro per month if you are going to be working in Dublin. And in some cases it might be more expensive than that, it might be higher than that. If you are financially buoyant, please just come up with up to 1,000. Okay, but remember that whichever one you get, most landladies and landlords in Ireland will ask you to pay deposit, meaning that you're going to be paying double of whatever the rent is. Like if the rent is going for 700 euro per month, you're expected to pay 1,400 euro. But anytime you're leaving the apartment, like you are done living there, you want to go, if you give them notice according to the whatever you are going to sign with the landlord or landlady, then they are expected to refund you back that deposit. That's if there's no damages in the house. Okay, so that is it for shared apartment. And shared apartment, let me also let you know that you will likely be sharing the kitchen, the toilet, or the living room with other people living in that apartment. Okay, that is shared apartment. You will be sharing either the living room, the toilet, or the kitchen, or even these three things that I've just told you. So it's up to you to know if you are okay with that. So if you're going to be coming to Dublin, budget 700, 800 per month for it, and remember to keep your deposit. And then if you want to live in such apartments in counties, of course it's cheaper to live there. If you want to live in counties, then you should budget around 400. Some cases, if you are lucky, you might even get it 400, 350, okay, in counties. And not counties closer to Dublin, because what people do now is they live in counties closer to Dublin. They can now be driving from that place to work. It depends on how many hours drive it is. So these are the things you need to put in place before you come, okay? And then if you want to go in for in-suit, like you want to have your own toilet, you want to have your own kitchen, everything yourself, okay, in Dublin, then you should budget around 1,200 or 1,000 to 1,200 euro per month. Remember, you will be paying deposits. Most landlord and landladies will ask you to pay deposit. And then if you want to budget for in-suit in counties, then you can budget around 700, okay? Now if you want to go for 3-bedroom apartment, 2-bedroom apartment in Dublin, I would advise you to have up to 2,500 in Dublin for 2-bedroom apartment. It could be lesser than that, but within the range of 2,000 to 2,500 in Dublin for 2-bedroom apartments or 3-bedroom apartment. Yeah, but in counties you might get it at the rate of 900, 1,000, 900, 1,000 for 2 or 3-bedroom apartment. You can see the difference, okay? So it's now up to you. It depends on where your employer is. That will determine where you will find accommodation, okay? So that, guys, that is it. And where to search for it. So many people don't even know how to go about searching for accommodation. So if you are in that shoe and you've been asking how do I get accommodation, if you actually have people in Ireland, you can talk to them. It does work that way. Like you talk to them, if there's anyone that knows any vacant accommodation, they can just inform you, or so that you can apply. But if you don't know anybody, it's not a problem. Just go to your Google and then type. We have different websites where you can search for accommodation, ranging from Facebook, myhome.ie, daft.ie. These are places that you can search for accommodation. So when you go in, for example, I'm not advertising for anybody, I'm not recommending anyone for you, but I'm just telling you where you can find them. It's up to you to know the one you want to use, okay? So guys, so for example, if I were to work with daft.ie, which seems to be one of the most popular, okay, when you go to their site, you click on, if it's rent you want, if it's shared accommodation, just click on it, type the location, and then it will bring out the different apartments advertised maybe within 1 month, okay? You can as well filter it and go down and click the ones that are advertised, those ones advertised within the last 24 hours or within the last 1 week. I think you have more chances of getting those ones because they are relatively new, okay? When you click on it, you see the rooms, you view it. If it's something you are okay with, then you can now opt in for it. You click on it, you view the rooms. If it's okay by you, then you type in, you apply. Just all they need is your email address, your number, and maybe 1 or 2 things you want to say, or I'm interested in this accommodation. I'll be happy if you can call me for viewing. Okay, so that's the first step. You have applied for that house. Now after applying for the house, the next thing is that they will call you. If you are lucky, if they're okay with you, they might call you or send you a message that's okay, you have been shortlisted for viewing. Then viewing is just for you to go there and see the house physically and view the house and see if it's okay by you. Then you can now pay for the accommodation, okay? So that is where to find accommodation. So you can go to Facebook, you can go to My Home, you can go to Daft, and so many other sites, okay? Just ask Google, I'm sure you'll get more information on that. And then let's talk about transportation system here. Okay guys, so for transportation, as far as Dublin is concerned, if I'm to say, I would say that they have we have good transportation system here, irrespective of which part of the Dublin you were. They have a good connecting buses that you can always board. Okay, so please, when you come into the country, try and get this. It's called leap card. Okay, leap card, the last I bought was €5. When you buy it, you top it up with any amount that you can. This is where they will be deducting the money for, I mean, your transport fare. When you enter a bus, all you need to do is to tap this and the transport fare will be deducted. But if you don't have access to this, it's still not a problem. You can still pay with coins. Okay, so but it's important and it's advisable that you should have a leap card for your transportation system. And also for those living in counties around Dublin that are working in Dublin, they can also get their own car where they can of course they can drive within 1 hour or less than that to wherever they're working. So these are ways one can actually transport from wherever he or she is living to where you are working in Dublin. Okay, so that is it on accommodation in Republic of Ireland. I'm just checking to see if there's any vital points that you guys need to know about this. Okay guys, so that is it on accommodation in Ireland. I hope it's helpful. So just a quick recap: accommodation in Dublin is a bit more expensive than those living in county. Okay guys, thank you so much for your time. So that is all about accommodation in Republic of Ireland. I know I might not cover all the aspects that you might want to ask as question, so please feel free to drop your question in the comment box and then I will respond to it at my free time. Okay, thanks for all those that have subscribed, thanks for those that are yet to subscribe, and also welcome advice and also suggestions. Topics like this very one I just treated was suggested by someone. It was a question asked me that I should talk about accommodation in Ireland, and I'm sure this will be helpful to him or her. Okay, thank you guys, see you all in my next video. Thank you for watching.